It's week 2 of the NFL, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Welcome to week 2, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here with you. Really happy you could join us in a game that's already an early must-win for both of these teams, Brock. They were each losers back in week 1.
It's only 2 weeks, Kate, of a 17-game season, and people I know out there are going, come on, a must-win right now. But the percentage of teams all-time who make the playoffs after an 0-2 start, it's right around 10%, so you are spot on once again. Not impossible to do, but your season outlook's a whole lot better if you're the team who wins this one.
Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. Valus Jones now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down. We get a look now, Brock, at their picks from this year's draft. A group that they've been more than willing to say they are very excited about bringing in.
Well, lots of folks on the media side, and frankly, other NFL front offices, Kate, have talked about the steals in this class. Some guys who should have gone much, much earlier than where they ended up going. This is a group that, if everything works out, could provide a lot more value than the picks that were spent on.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow, yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get in that rhythm you want to find early.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance. Phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Jukes one defender, and he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Palmer motioning right. Second and 3. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they have 3rd and short. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line. Great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running back sent in motion left. That's brought in by Miller. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Ball taken in at the 36. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Bills will take over possession. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now Allen off the play action. That's brought in. It's his back, Ray Davis.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Allen setting up play action. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Davis gets it from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got it near the 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills go up 6-0 here in the first. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I... could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Catch made by Cooks. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Davis there to grab it. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed to Davis. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play action now, Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A give left side. Here's Davis. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Allen now on 1st down. Finding Davis. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
Year after year, the best option. Are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 13-0 lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
You know, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. There to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They send a tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. incomplete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back to throw. To the outside and complete to Olave. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him.
At the 36-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Chased out to his right. This finds Cooks complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he drives this forward to the 6.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
3rd and just 2 to go. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints reach pay dirt for the first time this game. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Ty Johnson now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This, our last play of the quarter. Davis up the middle. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They start with 2nd and 6. Going right back to Davis. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They send the tight end in motion. First down throw for Allen. Connects with Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running out of the gun with Davis. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills take a 13-point lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference. What a big-time effort.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Saints offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Kamara running out of the gun. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He finds Johnson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Gets this one to Shaheed. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
It's Kamara on third down, and he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Man, he's been having a great first half. Really playing a key role so far in this offense.
You know, and
The Saints not in agreement with that previous call. They're going to challenge.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Davis takes it straight ahead. Crosses midfield, still going. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt 1 play later. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They're throwing it. Able to get it to Moreau. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From from the 43. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I'm just going to say